The Super Bowl is the pinnacle of professional sports. Hundreds of millions of people gather around their TV in anticipation of watching the best teams fight for the Vince Lombardi Trophy. Over the years, the Super Bowl has been the stomping grounds for football royalty. Tom Brady, Joe Montana, John Elway, Peyton Manning, and Rex Grossman? Okay, so maybe one of those names didn't fit with the rest, but he still did make a Super Bowl, even if it was Grossman. Okay, that was bad too, I'll admit it, but we're about to dive into the story of the worst quarterback to play in the Super Bowl, so sit back and get your popcorn ready because you're watching Tales of the Gridiron. Before entering the NFL, Rex Grossman played college football with the Florida Gators, and he was actually pretty solid. In 2001, he was voted the AP College Football Player of the Year, the SEC Player of the Year, and was voted First Team All-SEC. He was good enough to be taken in the first round of the 2003 NFL Draft by the Chicago Bears. Now that said, Rex Grossman's NFL career did not start great. In fact, his first 3 seasons were riddled with injuries. First, a broken finger, then a torn ACL, and after that, a broken ankle in 2005. All this set up a huge 2006 season, really a crossroads season for the Bears and Rex Grossman. He entered this year's with question marks on health, and when he was healthy, he wasn't an efficient passer. He had just thrown for 4 touchdowns and 5 interceptions at this point in his career. However, in 2006, Grossman turned a new leaf. He started all 16 games for the Bears, becoming the first Bears quarterback to do so since 1995. Now, just because he started all the games doesn't mean they were all pretty. Grossman's season was a literal roller coaster. Some games he looked like a real NFL quarterback and was even part of a 3-score comeback against the Arizona Cardinals, which led to this epic post-game press conference.
But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Also, there were some pretty serious lows. Grossman actually admitted to not giving 100% in preparation for the team's final game of the regular season against the Packers, which didn't cause a lot of people to have confidence in Grossman heading into the playoffs. But the Bears continued to win games in the playoffs just like they had done in the regular season, and this wasn't really because of Grossman. I mean, they had an amazing defense. Stars like Brian Urlacher and Lance Briggs, plus they had a very dynamic rookie returner. You might have heard the guy's name, Devin Hester, who ended up being an NFL Hall of Famer. So the Bears just kept on winning, and they beat the New Orleans Saints led by Drew Brees in the NFC Championship game, which set up a date with Peyton Manning in the Super Bowl. Now, Super Bowl 41 was the first Super Bowl to ever be played in a rainstorm, which didn't assist Grossman by any stretch, but he still threw 2 interceptions and fumbled the ball twice, and one of his interceptions was returned for a touchdown, resulting in a 29-17 loss to the Indianapolis Colts. This performance drew a lot of criticism from Bears fans, but it was Grossman's best season of his NFL career. Grossman finished the year with a career-high 23 touchdowns and 3,193 passing yards, but also threw 20 interceptions. Following that season, Grossman never started a full season again. Actually, over the next 3 years, he only tossed 3 touchdowns, and he ended up finishing his career with the Washington Redskins in 2011 with a final career stat line of 56 touchdowns and 60 interceptions. All in all, Rex's NFL career was an interesting one. Early on, he was plagued by injuries with doubts of good work ethic, but despite this, he did beat Drew Brees in the NFC Championship game and actually made a Super Bowl. Now, despite making the Super Bowl, Grossman's name won't ever be placed among NFL royalty like some of the other great quarterbacks who played in the game, but I still believe this tale is worth telling. The story of Rex Grossman, one of the most polarizing and controversial figures in Chicago Bears history, was able to help lead his team to the Super Bowl. I appreciate you guys watching this video, and if you're interested in more content, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It would mean a lot. And hey, comment below what you would like to see next. Thanks for watching Tales of the Gridiron.